Welcome to What a Time to Be Alive, the only podcast counting down everything this week that made you say, what a time to be alive. And now, Patrick Monahan, Kath Barbadoro, and Eli Uden.
Folks, welcome to What a Time to Be Alive, the only podcast that counts down things each week to make you say a thing. That's the podcast. I'm Patrick Monahan.
I'm Kath Barbadoro.
I'm Eli Uden. We're back.
Hi.
We're back.
Everyone.
We're back.
Yeah, we haven't
had
done
to
this
do-
in 2 weeks, huh?
Yeah, we had to do. If the listeners don't know, there's the way the podcast is powered is through ancient magics, and so once in a while we all have to go to 3 separate parts of the country, and like all at the same time, depress a rod into a kind of receptacle.
And
keep
for a crude
Shelby powered
altar, I would say.
Yeah. It's to keep Shelby on this plane and so that he's not yanked back through the portal.
That's how Shelby sounds when he's getting yanked through the portal.
Yeah. Oh no.
Where are the locations of this, do you feel? I feel like one's definitely in Sedona.
Yeah, one's in the Boston Aquarium, middle of the Boston Aquarium. Mm-hmm. Third is, of course, at the Alamo.
Yep.
Just first locations that I can think of.
Remember.
Yeah.
Boston. What inspired Boston Aquarium? Have you been there?
I was probably thinking about it because I was at I was hanging out with I think friends of the pod. Both have been guests, Dave Ross and Ali O'Neill. And Ali O'Neill is extremely Boston and has a fish tank, so it's like a little mini Boston Aquarium.
You
over
saw a form of a Boston Aquarium in that a person from Dorchester owns fish.
there. I did. Well, I did. Someone was describing fish as frickin' something.
Sure.
So it all snapped together. For
Freaking
me.
Sweet Lois, which is not Boston. It's just New England.
Yeah.
New England, yeah. I mean, the Boston Aquarium is pretty fantastic. Spent a
pretty
lot of
sick.
time there as a kid. I think it did like lose its accreditation or something, which is like, what are you doing to those fish?
It's not allowed to call itself an aquarium, actually.
Right.
Yeah.
It's a big fish.
There's
tank.
now a fish product, fish location.
Right,
Boston
it's
official fish
Surimi.
location.
It's not. It's imitation.
Boston Aquarium has a C from the health board. They're not allowed to go in there. There's just a lot of rats in there also with the fish. They're like, this isn't part of the aquarium. You guys can't be having these.
Well, that is the place where I did the penguin harassing, which I've talked about, where they have the light shaped like a fish and you could make the penguins chase it. So
Oh, yeah.
hopefully someone went and was like, hey, you guys can't be doing this.
They used to have a lot of, They used to have a lot of stuff like that at zoos, I feel like, where they eventually were like, there's a little bit of insult to injury to be having like like a
these little,
rock shooter that kids can use. the tiger
animal
enclosure.
Provokers installed in the exhibit.
We shouldn't hand out cattle prods when you come in. It's cattle prod day down at the zoo for the children. Wow.
Yeah.
But I saw a lot of wildlife in my weekend when I was doing the rod, of course, when I was depressing the rod. But I was up in outside Portland. I saw some ducks. I saw an eagle of some kind. I don't know if it was bald. I wasn't looking very closely. I swam in a river. It's, basically a wood nymph at this
cool.
point.
Do you know like that screech that we all think is an eagle is actually like a red-tailed hawk or something, and bald eagles sound stupid?
Bald eagles.
Yeah,
like,
they have kind of like a T-Rex thing going on. They like eat garbage and they sound dumb. Like,
And they sound stupid. Yeah, they sounded
Yeah.
like Eli just did. They're just like, ooh.
Yeah. Oh, and follow up
This
from that,
is
the
what
wedding
a
I was
bald
at.
eagle actually sounds like. Shows
Pussy.
and movies use a red-tailed hawk call.
But the other one I learned like that recently is that the MGM lion roar is a tiger. And lion roars like aren't actually that scary, but tiger roars are very scary. Like
We've been lied to.
lion ones sort of sound like kind of ape-like, I feel. They kind of hoot a little bit.
Like, ooh, ooh, ah, ah, ah.
They
They're
hoot
just
and
like,
holler at
"Ooh."
you.
Yeah.
They're
Yeah,
getting
it's like
some-
sort of it's sort of like cowish almost.
Yeah. There's like the farty bit at the end that's not so intimidating.
Like I would be scared if a lion was doing that to me, but it doesn't have the classic, the bellowing roar of a tiger,
Yeah.
which is like much more frightening, I think. That sounds very bovine to me. that room.
Yeah. It's got a guttural. It's got I would, if you just made me guess, I would probably throw out like hippopotamus or something like that. It's got that kind of, sounds like some jowls are shaking around when it's doing
Which again, also very scary, hippopotamus. But like,
hear that, lions? Kath is saying you guys sound bovine.
pussies.
Yeah,
You guys
you
sound like
sound
cows.
calling
I'm
you
making
cows.
a burger out of you.
Land cows. She's calling you. Yeah.
Well, cows are
already
land cows.
Land cows.
I know. This is, you guys really,
Jungle cows.
I do say things for comedic effect in some points, you know. You have to be like, oh, he's fallen into a stupor.
He's made yet another unforced error. Yet another goof.
Yeah, let's
from
kill him.
Eli. We should probably kill him.
Let's kill him.
Let's kill him. But I was following up. You guys were so sure. You were like, when I was talking about my concerns about the wedding attire and looking like security, and you guys were like, people wouldn't say that. Put on the suit at the wedding, walked out the bathroom. Literally, first thing anyone said to me, my friend goes, "You look like you're working security here." I was like, and he doesn't listen. I know he doesn't listen. So I was like, damn.
I think maybe you have to like look weirder. Like outside of dress, like maybe you have to like, I don't know, like do something crazy with your beard or like wear weird earrings or something.
Clown
wear
wig.
Wear some dangly
Wine
earrings.
list. Get on the wine list. Hate to see me coming. Vibes.
Wear a bow tie.
I was at wear a bow tie. I was just at a wedding last night, and there were a friend of the show. I don't think he was ever on. He quit comedy a few years ago, but David Citrick is like, he got married last night, and he's like 6'6". He's like a very tall man, and there were a few other tall folks there. But I feel like they all like they had like long hair or they had like an accessory. I feel like there was not like door guy.
Yeah,
You gotta have like a crazy accessory.
The stoutness and baldness is key to it as well. That's
True. Yeah. If you're like lanky,
It's not just a height thing. Yeah. It's
I think
you look like you
dangly
can
earrings.
block a door.
I think
Dangly
you
earrings.
need like K-pop earrings.
I mean, well, now I'm just embarrassed in a different way. It's two poisons, two roads in the wood, and both end in me not feeling good.
I mean, we covered this on the bonus, but I just feel like that's why you have this, because you're like, I feel like if I dress in an unusual way, I will be self-conscious too, you know? So you're caught between a rock and a hard place, I feel.
Yeah. And I think, I mean, we don't need to go into full therapy here, but I mean, it does. If I see a guy wearing dangly earrings, I am judging him. So I wouldn't be like, no one's thinking that. I was like, well, if I was there, I would be thinking that. So there's truth.
Wow.
Proof in that
cool.
pudding.
I like them. I like dangly earrings. How about that? Speaking of Eli's clothes, the Streetwear
Take him on a
Stranger
roller
is
coaster.
back right now. He is
Oh
back
yeah,
in a big way.
Streetwear Stranger in full effect.
Oh, there he is. Wow, yeah.
Yeah, 2 hats now on the Streetwear Stranger.
Cheers
Well,
to
one
him.
of them just looks like his head, his like shadowed face, and then
Yeah.
he's wearing a hat above it.
It looks like he's wearing one of those like fetish dog masks.
Yeah, he does.
Yeah. Well, I do have one of those strung up on my
Right,
coat
that's
rack
on
as
there as
well.
well.
That's where
I
people
went-
keep their fetish gear, right? On their coat rack next to their door.
Earlier today, there was like a big stoop sale in my neighborhood, and there was people had like clothing racks out on the street, and there was one clothing rack that was all like very neutral colored flannel and like button down shirts, and then at the end of the rack was like a BDSM collar and like garters. I was like, this is awesome.
Inside life, outside life, all on one rack.
Exactly.
Yeah.
But maybe
Get a
they're
peek.
renouncing both, like if they're giving them away. But yeah, all like nothing and then spiky leather something you could only describe as a get up, you know?
Yeah. Which, really emphasizes the get up to mix it in with all the, brings out the flavor of the get up to be mixed in among, fairly innocuous flavors of clothing around
Sure.
it. It's a real spike.
It's like, oh,
None
we've
of
got like a
that.
biker costume here. Oh, that's not what this is. Okay.
Yeah.
Huh.
I couldn't
Bikers.
even really like make out because it was just all straps, like you have to sort of like lay it out in the shape of a person to like figure out where all the stuff went. You know
Yeah,
what
yeah.
I mean? I think
You
it was
gotta-
like
you
a
gotta
collar harness with like a bra attached. It was like lady clothes.
You got to shake it out a couple times like a fitted sheet to really figure out like where it starts and ends. There's like folds and tight parts that you gotta really lay it out, and then
No, it's more just a bunch of straps, just a bunch of like loose straps, a collection of straps all connected.
Yeah, something you got to put on like when you put a diaper on a baby. You got to lay on your back and have someone else strap you in, and then put it around you, fasten it. Maybe that's part of it.
I mean, I think it's probably part of it. This is like why I can't buy like fancy dresses and stuff online, because it comes and then I'm like, well, now I have no idea based on what this looked like on the model how to put this on. Like the neckline, they're doing crazy stuff. Let me tell you.
That's all the models online is just like never turn around because the back is full of clothespins and safety pins to like actually make it fit them correctly. That's what they do. They fool you. They lie to you.
That's how they get you.
It's true.
Yep.
Anyway.
Or you can just buy bulk t-shirts wholesale, and then those are pretty reliable.
Do they still have
reliable.
$1 a pound places? Did you ever go to those? The thrift stores that
t-shirts?
were like... It would just be like a thrift store where it was like a huge pile of clothes, and it would be like they'd do it by weight, and you would just pick through it and find stuff. No,
I don't think I've been to one of those. I've been to like a classic Goodwill.
There was one in Boston called the Garment District where we used to go all the time, and like you'd have to pick through like literal trash, but it was like full on rags. But every once in a while, you'd find something good.
And you can't take any heavy clothes because that's really going to send your total skyrocketing.
Right. Not the best place to buy like boots, probably.
Yeah. It's like the Froyo by weight. You got to watch, be careful with your M&Ms because those are just very dense. You can get a lot of Oreo crumbles for very cheap. But
did you know that's like a big trend right now with like the TikTok Americans? Froyo is back. Froyo is back in a big way. People... The Zoomers are standing in line for Froyo.
For Froyo?
Man.
I feel like this is kind of in your neighborhood, Patty, like some of it.
My understanding is there are some waiting in line places in sort of lower Manhattan. I'm not really familiar with any of them because I'm not going to wait in line for that. But I don't know. I thought for a second I thought we were just talking about desserts that are popular. I'm very interested in the abstract in why everyone is so in love with the like the cake with sprinkles. That's like the hot thing.
Yes, that's another one that's very hot. The dot cake.
We've discovered nonpareils. That is something that people did not know about until now. Wait till these people see snow caps. Later.
They're going to lose.
Box.
Junior mints are back in a big way.
It's like, what are you guys doing? Oh, it's a 2-hour line. It's 2-hour line before they sell out, and it's a vanilla cake that has sprinkles on it. It's like, oh, cool. Yeah,
it is just a plain cake. I'm sending a picture to the chat.
It's the one that come in the nasty little cup. I saw a picture. The nasty little cup.
This? It's like, it's so grocery store. Like, why?
Yeah.
Why? I don't get it.
Those are horrible sprinkles, by the way. Those are
they're hard.
It's like microplastics.
They're basically just poppy seeds. They're like colorful poppy seeds.
Exactly.
Except they don't taste like anything. Poppy seeds always taste like something.
And like,
when you brush your teeth later, they all emerge from your gums.
They hide in there.
Good for the people that run the bakery, I guess, that had the first But this idea of like viral food is just. I mean, I just have a visceral reaction to associating viral with something I'm eating. Like I can't get past that.
Yeah. I'm looking at this too. And I'm like, there is a zero, round down to zero chance that this is better than a Hostess cupcake. Just get a Hostess cupcake. And then you get two. You get two of those bad boys.
Yeah.
I think this is probably good, but I'm just not going to, I'm certainly not getting up at 6 a.m., to wait in the rain or whatever.
I imagine it's fine.
Yeah.
But like to me, because there's like a famous ice cream place that has become very popular, Cafe Panda, that people will wait in like an insane line for.
That stuff looks good. That looks more interesting than this. Yeah.
I'm not waiting in an hours long line for that, but like it looks good. The flavors sound interesting. If I walked by one and there were like 5 people in line, I might jump in that line. Yeah. But Froyo is like the most it's the most like okay food I can think of. Like the best Froyo is just like, it's fine. It's never going to be better than fine. I can't imagine waiting.
It's kind of interesting to have lived through like at least
waves,
I guess
of Froyo
3
trends?
Froyo waves. Yeah, because there was like TCBY when I was like in elementary school and like those places, and then there was like the
taking
16
care of
handle.
business yogurt.
That's right. Working overtime yogurt. And,
Elvis's
and then there was
Froyo chain.
16 handles or whatever, right?
And then Pinkberry.
And the Pinkberry. Those were kind of at the same
Pinkberry
time.
was very big.
And that was like 10 or 15 years ago. And now we're back again. It's kind of, I guess it's like
now
just,
it's like Greek yogurt
like
is the like
cicadas.
marketing. But they are like cicadas.
Brood X of Froyo has returned.
It comes back.
Yeah, I think they got to wait for everyone
Eli,
to forget.
TCBY was the country's best yogurt. That was the.
Yes.
So.
Yeah. I think they have to wait because like the Froyo wave comes and then it takes a little while and then people would just remember that ice cream is like
Better.
maybe better. And then they have to wait for everyone to kind of forget again and then bring the Froyo back out.
Right.
Yeah, but
It's
the
a
waiting
perfectly nice treat. Like I'm not turning it down, but it's
just go to Mr. Softy.
It's exactly. It's not a food I'm waiting in line for when there's a Mr. Softy truck like outside it. You know, $4 twist cone is beaten, and like it's expensive too because it's all like by weight and those toppings will get you.
I think this is probably pretty mean as a judgment, but sometimes like these things, like the like wait in line for 2 hours for the sprinkle cake cup or whatever. Sometimes I feel like it's just people who like don't have anything going on and they want to have something to do. You know, I feel like it tracks to me with like the like profiles on a dating site you see all the time where it's like my mission in life is to find the best spicy marg, and it's like aim higher. You know, like look, seek a greater thing here. But
I mean, I think I can sort of understand it for like because the type of people who do it are like mostly young people, right? It's mostly like people in their like early 20s or whatever. And part of me is like, I feel like the line is maybe just like a place for them to hang out and like not spend money. Like while you like go with your friend and you wait in the line and you're in your early 20s, so it's not like you're gonna be like, oh, my back hurts, I need to sit down. Like you're just
You make your own video of your experience waiting in line
you make
for
your
the
little
viral
TikTok
thing, so that's important as well.
we need to teach them the entertainment value of you know sharing one big Slurpee. They weren't taught that, and they're dressed like it. They're dressed for a Slurpee hang, unbelievably so. They're dressed for the goddamn spider grip big gulp. They need to get over there.
But yeah, I just like I don't know. You're outside. You're like because people are always like, oh, young people like don't know how to be bored anymore. You know, what's more boring than waiting in a line, right?
Yeah.
I mean, you know, they're all on their goddamn phones, so maybe it doesn't
They're
count.
all on phone, not like us.
Not like us.
Not
No,
like us.
sir.
I'm not on.
I feel like if you track the screen time, I feel like millennials almost might edge the young people out on the phones. The phones are really
I think
bad.
that you could even go up a generation or two, and it would be even. It might even be worse. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, you know, there's no age group that's immune from this. I would say.
It's craziest with the older because like my dad is a phone fiend now, but he doesn't have any apps on there. So I'm like, it's like the weather app. He's just on the weather app all the time. And I'm
He's
like,
commenting. He's getting in the weather comment threads. Looks
If
like a
there
good one
were-
tomorrow.
I mean, he comments. He comments on some stuff. He's commenting on news articles. But yeah, he reads out the weather
like
quite a
people are
bit.
more worried about it with young people because it's like our brains at least weren't forged in that. But it's like I don't know. But I'm destroying whatever foundation there was. I don't know if it's like that much better.
Yeah,
You know.
yeah. I mean, versus a brain being forged in like the deep, dark, unregulated internet. I don't know. You know, we've all got it. We've all created demons, picked them out of the mist of the internet.
Yeah, but I think it helped that like even though we were online sickos, at least I was like an online sicko as a kid, no one else around me was. So like it wasn't like the whole world was online sickos. So I did have to like interface with people who were like still fully touching grass. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like I was being an online sicko, but like then I had to go to soccer practice, right? Like it kept me from going too off the rails, I think. But you know. Anyway, in short, kids these days, am I right?
That's true.
Trying the viral orange slices.
Getting sick from the viral orange slices. They have
My doctor
virus
put
on
me
them.
on the viral diet.
I'm only eating viral foods.
There's
It's a
guy
good
that-
calorie management system because you have to wait 2 hours for every time you want to eat.
There's a guy that coughs on it right before I eat.
Incredibly dumb sketch
An
about an
opposite poison
influencer.
tester.
An influencer refusing to go on antivirals because he thinks it's going to affect their phone. There's something
Okay, sure.
nobody wants
Yeah,
to
sure.
see on there, but you know, could fill the void.
No Tamiflu for
numbers?
this man.
Yeah.
No.
Should we do numbers?
Yeah, let's do it.
Number 5.
Hate to interrupt, but we've been chatting. We're catching up.
Chatting
We
it
didn't
up.
have last week, so chatting for 20
We got to
minutes.
talk
up
about
top.
these desserts and these
These
sickos.
viral desserts.
That's
These viral
what
been
we should be
sitting on
talking
this.
about.
Exactly. This story comes to us from baseball's oldest virgin, which is interesting because if you think about it, there is someone who is that. Like,
Yeah.
we'll never know, but that is a person.
Baseball.
There's some hyper Christian baseball players. Maybe it falls into that category.
Yeah,
be.
I wonder, like, what? I guess MLB people start pretty young, right? And like,
Yeah.
it is like a more conservative sport as far as the players go, I think, than other ones.
Mm-hmm.
So, like, yeah, there might be some virgins in the MLB. I think it's possible.
Yeah.
Anyway, this story is also a sports story, although not baseball. This happened at the French Open. This story really resonated with me. I feel like it will resonate with really all human beings. We've all been here. This unites us all. This tennis player, Arthur Gia, I think, or Arthur Gay, Gea. He's a French tennis player. He's playing at the French Open. He started his set early in the first set, so this happened very quickly. He had to run off the court for an emergency bathroom break, like very soon into playing. He had to go.
We've all been there. You think you got a little more time than you do. Knock, knock, knock. No, it doesn't. No, guests are here. Time to open the door.
I guess there's like rules about you're supposed to only take a bathroom break between sets. This is usually not permitted. But
Yeah.
he ran up to the umpire in the chair and he said, quote, "I need to go to the bathroom. I can't move anymore. I'm going to," and then it says parentheses, "go," on the court. So I'm assuming he was like, I'm shitting
Yeah.
somewhere. Do you want it to be here?
Which is exactly like the thing I've said before about like the like no bathroom breaks during play. It's the same as when someone's like bathroom is employees only, and it's like not if the alternative is someone like shitting on the ground.
Right.
Rules are gone then. They don't want that for sure.
Right. Where our
Yeah.
our digestive systems are in some sense ungovernable. We can't be placing these societal restrictions on this.
Yeah.
But yeah, so I guess like there was a sort of a break between games. So it's not like he was like in the middle of a game. It was just like it wasn't between sets. So it says he protested to the chair umpire as 3 minutes passed between games at a point in the match that was not a changeover when players change ends. He said the umpire did allow him the break because of, quote, medical circumstances. And he, like, as he was going off, it counted as like a medical thing because he took some like Pepto or something. They said they gave him medicine for his stomach pain. So I really feel for this guy because he's 21. He was like pretty low ranked, but he got the wild card invitation to the French Open. So it's a big moment for this kid. And he said when he woke up, his stomach was hurting, and he was playing in 88-degree heat, like running around with a tummy ache in the heat. That's
Not good.
Not great.
Also, like tennis, I mean, you hear the noises they make every time they hit the ball. There's
some straining
there's
going
overlap.
on.
There's overlap between like what you do with your body.
Exertion happening. Yeah.
Right.
There's gravity. You're jumping for the serves. You're really you're setting a terrible trap for yourself there.
There's one comment on this story. Someone unhappy. Maybe this is your dad, Eli. Chain Bears says, quote, "So the news is that a man had to go to the bathroom. Awesome. I have to use the bathroom also. Where's my interview?"
Insane take. You know, it's like a news story about a public figure having a heart attack, and they're like, people have heart attacks all the time.
Also, like, this guy didn't get an interview. It's a story about it.
In fact, I think he'd much prefer there was no interview. I
Correct.
think he'd probably turn down an
Coverage the better.
interview.
I'm sick of this guy hogging the spotlight with his bathroom story.
Yeah, it makes
Swanning
more sense.
around.
The fame.
Yeah.
It makes more sense if you
Thinks
cut off the
he's better
second.
than me?
It makes more sense if you cut off the second half of the comment and it's him and he's just commenting like, oh, so it's big news that somebody has to go to the bathroom. Comment by Arthur Gay 002. I also like here that like he was, because he won fairly handily, it looks like, at least two of the, and he was losing when he went. So it was like obviously he needed to go. He was right. He was right to go. Look, this is affecting my
Arthur Giardia, folks. We got him.
He tried the viral
He's had too many virals. Yeah, the viral snack.
He was drinking out of a bunch of just a slow-moving river right before the game.
There is a player. I don't know where he's been. I don't know if he's hurt or if he's just not really as high profile, or I'm just not paying close attention. I mean, the French Open. We watched the finals this morning. I've been watching on and off. Whitney has it on a lot, kind of just when she's in the morning and stuff. And but there is another player that had he became like known as like the bathroom guy because he would take so long in there. And the crowd would like boo him when he came out. Like at the U.S. Open, he was like getting booed by like a Greek player who was like otherwise a
I remember.
Do you feel
did we
this
cover
is
that?
IBS discrimination that he's getting booed?
He was like.
Guy?
I feel like he would come out and like he was like using it as like a mental like tactic. I feel like we may have covered it on the podcast because he
might have said
something
about it at the time. Yeah, that's true.
Yeah, and he wouldn't come out and be like, "Look, I have to go." He'd be like, "Look, that's the amount of time I'm allowed in there, and I only stayed as long as I'm allowed." And it's like, "All right, kill him, kill this guy."
Yeah. That's. I mean, maybe it's just like he's like a tennis makes $1, I make a dime. I'm taking my time here. This is
it was just a lot. There's a lot of just like repeated breaks. Apparently he did like ask to go when he was like down in a game, like mid game.
To like regroup. Not cool.
He would say to go, I'm sure, but and the rules, at least at the time, didn't say anything about how long it had to be. Like it was just like a reasonable time, which is like kind of all you can do, and you can't really write a rule that's like it needs to be 8 minutes or less or something.
As we said, like this is a pretty ungovernable aspect of being a human being.
You turn into an animal in those moments. There is no longer any kind of you're not I'm gonna go. I'm just gonna go.
There's you're no longer like a higher order species.
I'm not gonna talk to anyone. I'm out of here. I'm going in the back. Away.
And you can't
I don't care.
And because it's 1v1 tennis, like you can't pull the like thing that people occasionally pull where they just like leave the game with quote unquote cramps and like come right back, or they do it in a team game. Sometimes you get the shot of what is it, Paul Pierce in the wheelchair that everyone's like she shit his pants. That's why they put him in the wheelchair to cover it up and take him off court. It's.
I wonder if I don't know if this happens to you guys, but like when I'm about to do stand up, like right when they're about to call my name, I always have a panic of like, oh my God, I need to pee and I didn't pee and I'm gonna be like very distracted or uncomfortable on stage because I like didn't pee, and then as soon as I get on stage, it's like gone. It's just like a like Pavlovian. Oh, I'm about to go on stage. Oh my God, I wonder if that happens to these tennis people. Like, how are they? I'm imagining they're going before their sets if they can, but if they get
so good at holding it. I think there's like, I'm trained from when I wake up and I don't want to go to bed. I'm doing drills. I'm drilling it every morning to just hold that shit in. So I think
can't be doing that. So you get UTIs.
None
Gotta
yet.
let it out.
So I'm playing with fire, but no burns yet.
All right.
I don't think I've ever had a set where I had to go that bad.
When men get them, it's really bad. So that's my PSA for everyone. You gotta pee, let it out. Don't be like this guy.
Yeah. I'm trying to think if I've ever had to really go. I mean, the sort of sets most around here, they're like 8 to 10. That's light work. If it was like a headlining set, then I'd be like, sorry,
well,
buddy,
I feel like there's also like an adrenaline override thing where like any need you have before you go on stage, I feel like you don't really feel it, at least for a short set. I feel like doing a longer set, if you're like really hungry or like you're not feeling well or whatever, like I feel like around minute 20, at least in my experience, that you'll feel whatever you're feeling. But for short sets, I feel like if I'm like a little sick or like I didn't eat and I'm hungry or I have to pee or whatever, the adrenaline of being on stage overrides all of those things, because it's like something is happening that is more important than those, and I no longer am like detecting those. in my body.
Yeah.
Because I'm like
Yeah.
dealing, like my body thinks I am about to be killed. That's what it thinks is
It's an
going
emotional fight or flight response. It's
Exactly.
like, I won't die from this, but if it goes badly, I will want to be dead. So get it together, strap in.
That's like what I tell my stand-up students is like having stage fright, like when you're new, when you're really nervous, it's like your body thinks you are about to be killed. Like that is how it is reacting. And you just need to like get into the mental place where you accept that it's going to feel like that, but understand that what is about to happen is going to at worst be very forgettable for everyone in the audience. And that's really like the worst version of it. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But
unless you bomb
you feel
and
like
then
you're
pee.
dying.
If you bomb and then pee, then people will remember that forever.
I mean, but then you've made an impression on them, and isn't that what this is all about?
No such thing as bad press.
Crowd work video. I'm peeing.
I had to go. Heckler made me go. Heckler destroyed me so severely that I went. I went in my pants. Oh no.
The worst.
Yeah. Man. So yeah, I'm trying to think. Yeah, this is, I mean, I'm not sure if I can think of a sport that would be harder to hold in bathroom shit during than like tennis.
I mean,
Just like
marathoners famously don't.
Yeah.
They love it. They're sick freaks. And they love
They're
it.
going.
Is football. I mean, just the sheer amount of like pushing
getting
at each
hit.
other.
They just go though.
No, I know.
They also
They just
just
go.
piss themselves all the time. Yeah.
Insanity.
There's a guy that when he's a commentator and his nickname is Stink because he just used to just do it all the time. It was a move. It was a move.
Yeah.
of
Well, I
his.
mean, no one wants to tackle you if you're
Exactly.
shit.
Not if you're stinky. There's a couple basketball players too who are like kind of famous for smelling really bad because it's hard to guard them. They just don't shower before games. Look, it's like the what is it? Along Came Polly or whatever. The Philip Seymour Hoffman, like right up the, what's the one? Patty. This feels like a Patty piece of information.
What do you mean? What when he's playing he's playing basketball on the
Yeah, and he gets like the
game?
full like underarm swipe into the guy who's real sweaty.
that happens to Ben Stiller. That doesn't happen to Philip Seymour Hoffman. Philip Seymour Hoffman is too busy saying Rain Dance and Raindrop and missing shots by like a lot. Wonderful performance. Movie is kind of whatever, but he is A+.
Have you seen They Came Together, the David Wayne like romantic?
No.
It's like a send-up of romantic comedies. It's great. I think it like might be better than Wet Hot American Summer like as a movie. But Ken Marino basically plays like the Paul Rudd friend who's just always playing basketball. Like that's the only time they ever see each other, and he's just missing every shot. It's so good.
Yeah.
It's a really funny movie. But yeah, Ken Marino is fantastic as that guy who's in all those movies.
They are always just living on the pickup basketball court.
They
the
live
friends.
there, but it's always empty. It's just the two guys. Somehow no one's like waiting to play or like.
Yeah. Entire tournament being held up while they talk about their relationship and play bad pickup one-on-one.
Yeah.
Rucker Park, everyone's throwing shit at them. Like, get off the court.
Shut up.
Yeah. You could do this at like a cafe. Why do you guys have to be shooting? Yeah.
Anyway,
Well,
number 4. Good luck to this guy
number
in the
4.
French Open. I think he's probably out at this point, but
I mean, it ended this morning. He did not win.
He did not win. Too bad. Number 4.
Number 4.
I will say he did not win, and he was not in the final. So it wasn't like he was right there. He was not there.
Yeah, they said he
pile
was
on the guy.
135th ranked and got a wild card.
Yeah, I mean,
he's 21. Maybe that's congrats to him. But yeah,
he probably made a lot of money. It's a lot of money, a lot big score for the to fund the rest of his stuff.
I saw
You should get a
challengers.
sponsorship. Hit up Tushy, dude. You're the guy.
You're the guy. Number 4 comes to us from Otter Chaos in the Discord, and this is I don't know. This is interesting. I guess I don't really have much of a problem with this in the abstract. Well, maybe not. Okay, so Google, the computer company, the site that we used to use to find stuff that is getting worse at that, is planning to release millions of mosquitoes into California to help stop diseases. Now, they're not just unleashing mosquitoes. The mosquitoes have been treated or infected with a bacteria that they're male mosquitoes, and the bacteria makes it so the offspring do not survive. So basically, the idea is they're just kind of like slipping a poison pill into the whole breeding population, and that will hopefully keep the population down. This is in the California area, and it has to, and Florida, it looks like too. But it has to do to reduce the spread of diseases like West Nile, St. Louis encephalitis, which I was not familiar with, dengue, Zika, the one I always mess up, chikungunya, I don't know, and yellow. So basically just, this is kind of like what they did with the screwworm, which stopped working, and now the screwworm is back. But like they with the screwworm, they had a bunch of sterilized males, and they would drop them into the, basically into the population, and so they would just not have, babies. But here, the idea is, I guess, the babies would not survive. And now Google is doing this.
They want the mosquitoes to stop breeding. Why don't they just give them all dating apps? Am I right, folks?
Whoa. Give them phones.
Give them a phone.
Yeah. I don't. It's a little. I mean, I don't know why Google is the one doing this. This feels like it should be government.
Makes me a little suspicious. Yeah.
But I guess that it's like they're like funding the research again. Like I mean, look, under the current EPA, might as well be somebody because it's not going to be them.
Right.
But
this is the grant that made it. Yeah.
The EPA is reviewing the proposal, and there's like they have like a public comment system, which I guess has already passed. So there'll be an experimental permit if it gets through. Look, I mean, the one thing that gives me some pause is they're using artificial intelligence and robotic systems to breed, sort, and release the mosquitoes at scale large enough to make the strategy effective. As long as it's not an AI where you ask it, "Are you sure that's true?" and it says, "You're right, it's not. My bad," or whatever. Then
I mean,
that's
yeah,
fine,
unless
I
it's
guess.
like, oh no, we accidentally made them super fertile. We turned the dial the wrong way, and now they're making even more mosquitoes.
Seems here that actually what we did, we created immortal mosquitoes that
unkillable.
But they're all male. The one thing that's important to know is that they're releasing all males. The female mosquitoes are the ones that bite, that stick people. Apparently, male mosquitoes don't. I don't think I knew that. But
Stick people.
I don't know. Bite. I don't know what the word is.
Yeah.
It's not really.
Stick. They
It's not
stick
really
their
a
straw in.
It's not really a. I mean, I guess we do say mosquito bite, but it's like, yeah, it's more like a little.
It's a Daniel Plainview move.
That's right.
Yeah. That's what I think of getting stuck is like just a knife right in the ribs. That's a stick to me. Getting stuck. Stuck like a pig.
Oh, we're gonna get great. Now we're gonna get a copyright strike from mosquitoes.
Mosquitoes.
Man, I think we were talking about it last week of like, they really are. There's no like ecological benefit to having them. Unlike like they're one of the only animals where it's like, no, we really could lose those and like nothing would happen. Although maybe we'll find out if that's actually true.
Also seems like maybe that would be a solution they could try. Is like instead of doubling the mosquitoes, they'd be like,
I'm sure they have some ecological. They pollinate or something. I feel like all these like nuisance. No, they don't.
I feel like mosquitoes are like the one thing where ecologists are like, it would actually be fine to get rid of them.
Huh.
I Googled, can we kill all mosquitoes? Is it okay? And I'll report back.
Google says yes.
So,
Well, yeah.
Well, I'm on. Oh, don't worry. I'm on DuckDuckGo. I'm on.
Okay, get on DuckDuckGo. Because asking Google, the company trying to get rid of them, is going to yield a biased result, I feel.
I mean, I know they're like I know that a lot of animals eat them, so they're a food source for other animals. So I feel like that is important. I guess.
I think it's
kill all
like
the chameleons.
I think it's just like those animals also eat other bugs, but I don't know. I mean, I guess like bats and stuff eat them.
Some birds.
I'm trying to find. It does seem like it's an unclear and long article, but from the University of Florida, who I do trust on mosquito situations, and I think if I'm reading this correctly, which I might not be, no need to, let me know or anything. It's like, no, it would be okay, but also we've tried and we can't. They're just beating us.
I also don't feel that we are in particular danger of spreading misinformation because no one listening to this is going to be like, hey, they're right. I'm going to destroy all the mosquitoes. Like,
I'm going on a...
It's not really something that we are able to act on.
I will say that the bacteria they're using, it's a naturally occurring bacteria. It's called Wolbachia, Wolbachia, which sounds like a place that Dracula would be from. I would just like to say that.
Yes.
Well, it makes sense. The mosquitoes are kind of vampiric,
That's right. So,
yeah, it seems
I wonder
like
if
maybe
they're feeding them viral food. that could get rid of them.
Oh,
Giving
yeah.
them more viruses, you know?
Trapping them in these cakes beneath a layer of bad sprinkles where they can be disposed of.
So
I
the
guess
idea
it's
is
saying
they're breeding with sterile, like they're gonna not produce offspring.
Well, they're gonna. It's with the bacteria is gonna make it so the offspring don't survive. So they're not sterile.
see.
They're
Yeah.
It's a different type of thing. I mean, the alternative is what?
I guess
Like
sterile it would be like, these have no effect.
Well, you'd put a huge strain on the mosquitoes' relationship. There is that.
Yeah.
That would.
Well, I mean,
that would just-
sterile was what they did with the screwworms. I think that would over time, if they were like the dominant, if they were all the males were sterile, it's like children of men.
If the screwworms
right?
that were sterile were very sexy and outcompeted the screwworms that could produce offspring.
Just a bunch of mosquitoes standing in the looking at the news on the TV, like in Children of Men, but they're just mosquitoes. That's what the mosquito world becomes.
A bunch of mosquitoes that look like Tom Hardy that they gave mosquito vasectomies to, and now no other mosquito can compete with that raw sexual energy.
I think about that sometimes because those are like I have like the cockroach stuff in my apartment that like makes them have like deformed, fucked up babies so that they don't like. It helps like control cockroach population. And I am like, are their parents bummed out by that? Am I like causing like cockroach trauma to this community? Like,
Yeah, we got
is it Children of Men over there? Like, what's going on? It's kind of sad.
Yeah, you're gonna keep it simple. That's why you go with the simple solutions. Just good old poison.
Raid.
Good old poison. Yeah, it's like the glue trap thing or whatever. It's like no, it's just actually.
No, I'm inflicting
I'm just gonna
emotional
electrify
harm on my cockroaches.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, if the science bears out that we can do this without like birds and bats and anteaters all, losing their diets, then like I say we go for it. And you know what they should do next is ticks, because the ticks have been crazy this season.
Ticks are going nuts.
Covered in ticks.
Ticks are
you know what
inventing
we
a lot
should
of
do?
bushes. Kath got to stop hanging out in those brambles. She's getting crazy.
Yeah, I
ticks.
do hang out in brambles. a
Man,
lot.
they're jumping, man. They're who knows where they're coming from. They're falling out of stuff. It's not good.
Yeah, there are so many. Did you read about how like on Martha's Vineyard they have to have a bunch of restaurants have like whole alternative menus now because so many people have alpha gal, the thing that makes you allergic to red meat.
Right. That is so scary to me. Like that you would just get this, like you probably don't even notice that you got a tick bite, and then all of a sudden it's like I get violently ill.
I
with
never
something
get
that
to
I
eat a hamburger ever again.
Right.
Like horrible fate. Horrible fate.
Tick, like picture of a tick and cow shaking hands like Predator style. We did it. We're in cahoots.
We need to release a bunch of possums. That's what we got to do. Because those guys love to eat ticks. I want possum populations going
Or
up.
chameleons everywhere. I don't know if they eat ticks, but they eat a lot of bugs, and those
They
are
do
just
eat
cool.
bugs. And they're
I'm not
awesome.
seeing enough chameleons in general.
I
Well, there
love their
could be
little
they could be
hands.
anywhere. You don't know. You don't know.
It's true.
That's the whole point. I'm surrounded. There's 8 in my apartment. I
Their
just don't know.
eyes might be closed. You know.
I love their little
Yeah.
hands. Their little three-fingered weird
Little
graspers.
crane
They're
game
so
style
good.
hands,
Yeah.
designed to pick a plushie out of a little, perfect for grabbing a little sphere with a toy in it. Well,
rock.
to wrap up the mosquito thing, I've managed to parse this. I think they say that there's a ton of mosquitoes, but the shitty ones are just one. There's 1 or 2 species that carry the diseases and cause itchy bites. And they said eradication of all mosquitoes. This is Laura Harrington, professor of entomology at Cornell University. Eradication of all mosquitoes would likely have an impact on the food chain. Eradication of 1 or 2 species would likely have no impact. So that there's just some dickheads, and they're ruining most mosquitoes aren't fucking with us apparently.
Yeah, they have
do be
really bad
buzzing, though.
PR.
It's like
Because of the
anything
bad
else.
ones. A few bad apples.
Yep.
Well, I'm
Bad
gonna
luck.
applaud Google
Bad
on this
luck
one.
to the mosquitoes. That's
Bad
what I say.
luck. Worst of luck to you, mosquitoes. Folks, on this week's bonus episode, we address a mailbag question we got. What are our thoughts on John Travolta's bold new look?
We also talked about a controversial U.S. exorcist's position on UFOs. and somehow wound up talking about who we thought the American version of the Jimmies from 28 years later, the Bone Temple, would be.
So if you want to hear all that, plus get ad-free versions of all of our regular episodes, oh my god, so much content for such a low price, only $5 a month at patreon.com/whatatimepod. Check it out.
Number 3.
Yes.
Number 3.
Number 3 comes to us from Platypussery in the Discord. If you would like to submit stories to our podcast, you can join our Patreon at the $10 a month level and go to our Discord channel where we have our patron-only channels. We also, the Discord is free. If you're just a regular listener, you can join and not give us any money, and it's a nice place to be. This story is about, I feel like a perennial character on this podcast. I feel like we've talked about him before, and that would be Otzi the Iceman.
Definitely
famous
on the wiki.
caveman.
Yep.
As in tertiary host, Otzi.
Yeah,
Otzi the
yeah.
Iceman.
Once and future guest. It's like, what?
Friend of the pod, Otzi the Iceman, yeah.
Yeah, 1 week when I was out, Otzi filled in. So, 5,300 years ago, I forgot. Okay, I feel like this is a little bit of cultural insensitivity. This article starts by saying that he was murdered 5,300 years ago. Can we please go with he was sacrificed? I believe. I don't think he was murdered. I think it was like a whole ritual. I think they gave him some grains to eat. Like I think there was some stuff.
Fair trade. A couple grains to be gutted like a fish.
Yeah.
They're spilling right back out.
You got to make the rains come, okay? Sometimes measures have to be taken.
It's fair.
Honestly,
Yeah,
I'm not
the
sure. I think
original
he actually
trolley
might have...
problem.
Yeah, exactly. Original trolley problem way back in the day. I feel like he might have actually just been one that like he just had like an axe in his head. I might be wrong.
Those are the best, man, when they don't even have to guess. Like they dig a guy up and there is like a sword through his skull and they're like, we think we know what happened. We think we know how this guy went down.
It's like that story we did a few weeks ago where it was like archaeologists think the sword belonged to a warrior.
Yeah.
Okay, Otzi was just shot in the back with an arrow, so never mind. Not
shot with a gun.
Famous
shot in the back of the
sacrifice.
head with a gun.
Yeah, he was shot at point blank range between the eyes.
Bruce Wayne's parents were famously sacrificed in that alley outside the Opera House.
Otzi the Iceman,
Gotham
who was
going through a
sacrificed.
drought.
He was sacrificed with an MP5 with an extended magazine. Would took Otzi out.
Otzi double tapped, turns out. I was thinking of the Tallinn man. He was the sacrificed one. There are a lot of famous guys they found in bogs and stuff. So Otzi, they found him in the Alps. He was preserved in ice, and he was, as I think we all are all the time, but I don't like to think about it. He was covered in yeast. He had a bunch of yeast on him. He was very yeasty. And these yeasts were really interesting because they were like preserved. So they're like historical yeasts, and they were very adapted to like cold climates because he was in the Alps. So the stuff
Iceman.
that survived was very interesting. So he has spores colonizing his mummified remains. They keep him in the fridge. Like they're not unfreezing that guy. He turned into a puddle. They unfroze him.
Special Otzi freeze. Special Otzi fridge is in there.
Yeah. He's in a Mr.
Right
Softy truck. That's how they
Yeah.
bring him from exhibit to exhibit.
Yeah. Bad move. It is in the break room. So people keep making mistakes.
Keep opening the wrong
Like,
fridge. Oh, right. Ugh.
Close it.
Otzi,
Well,
do
someone
not
left the
eat.
Otzi fridge open. And
There's just a post-it on him, like, do not
Do
eat,
not.
and the date.
Yeah. And then you get the Friday at the office. It's like, well, we're going to clean out the fridges every Friday. So, and then you just see him in like the bin from the cleaning person's bin, like that they push around the can.
someone's microwaving Otzi and the whole office smells crazy.
The whole office is stinky. Can't put Otzi in the microwave. Unfortunately, for those of us who are in the do not eat Otzi camp, they cultured some of these yeasts and they made a sourdough out of him. They made some bread of him, which like this is like I feel like this is like a real caricature of like white hipsters. Is like they're just making sourdough out of fucking everything. They're
Out of
just
Otzi.
scraping the subway seats and making making sourdough out of it.
Yeah.
Talk about a viral food. This yeasty oatsy bread. So yeah, they scraped some off. They made a sourdough, and apparently it was great. And they do say like these like humans figured out that yeast could do this stuff like pretty early. So like I think Otzi was baking. Like I think his culture did bake. So yeah, I don't know.
Maybe that's what he would sacrifice for, to create a starter for his village. He was meant to be their starter, so that they could all
There's
make
a
delicious
picture
breads.
of him. He is like way wetter looking than I anticipated.
Yeah, I'm looking at it too. It's bad. And the caption under it is something else I didn't really want to know, which is the Iceman mummy is sprayed with water constantly to prevent moisture loss.
They just have to keep him wet all the time.
Yeah.
I don't like that.
Dude.
Whose job is it to keep spraying him? Just the Otzi mister.
It's like like a Sports Illustrated swimsuit shoot, but with just
Yeah, they
They
gotta
give him
keep him
Gatorade.
shiny. They're
They
putting
pour
self-tanner
Gatorade
on
in
him.
his mouth. Yeah.
Yeah, they take the mouth guard out, and
They
Old
actually,
Gatorade-
even though he's nude, they painted a bikini on him. So it's yeah.
yeah,
Old Gatorade
He's a
commercial
video
of
vixen.
Otzi's.
he's a video vixen.
Yeah.
Yeah, so these yeast, they say, probably they either laid dormant for the whole time Otzi was under the ice, or they're descendants of the yeast that was originally on him that was just like chilling under here. These yeasts have accompanied Otzi on his long journey through the millennia. This author of the study, who works at the Research Institute for Mummy Studies, which like I just feel like mummy is not like the appropriate term,
Yeah,
I feel like there has to be like a more respectful thing to call them than like it's like if you worked at like the Institute for Dracula Studies or something. It's like that's not, I don't know.
Yeah. It's also something you could call like a guy in like university in Britain if he was being a baby. I'm like, what are you doing mummy studies? You want to go back home? Your little baby?
Mummies!
Yeah. If you could say it in that voice, it shouldn't be part of your like academic institute. But I don't know.
Wow.
Preserved
Kath,
body.
very disrespectful to the Wolfmen Institute.
Exactly. That's what I'm saying. Like you can't call it that.
Embalmed individuals or something,
Yeah.
I study embalmed remains, not mummies.
Preserved physical history or something.
Not even wrapped up. I feel like that should be the difference. We should make it into the, like scientific versus kind of lore-based mummy, and it's if they're wrapped up or not, if they got the bandages.
Yeah, I do feel like there is like a we've used that word to denote a specific like culture of like preservation of dead bodies, where it's like just if you just like find somebody in a desert, that's not the same thing. They didn't like do this. They just
you got to
happened
do it
be-
to them.
Yeah, you got to do it to them. You gotta,
Yeah.
It's a thing done to you.
You simply have to do it to him.
Yeah.
They got to
But like
put the thing up
bog
the
body
nose.
is different. I feel like that's not
Yeah.
mummy. That's like something else. But they
That's
need
me,
more
baby.
classifications. You're a bog body?
I got a bog body. Just a whole bit about it. Watch my special
Right.
on YouTube.
Are you gonna go into the
bodies.
peat when you die? Or are you gonna jump into the peat?
Yeah, that's in my last. I'll be sunk into the peat, and they'll dig me up
Where's
later.
all this
and
peat? I don't think I've ever seen any
Scotland.
peat. It's all in
Ireland.
Scotland.
Scotland is
They burn
running
it to
the,
make
running
the
the market
scotch,
on
right?
peat. Yeah, it is, and that's how they always describe it. Very peaty. Very.
Yeah. Remnants of human remains in the scotch, perhaps.
Perhaps.
Yeah.
You would know though, because they cut like a brick, or because like there are a lot of peat stoves in Ireland too, and they use them to heat the house. And you buy like a brick of it. So like unless you like see like a little
foot
skeleton
sticking
hand
out?
or something, you probably know you're safe.
You're probably right. A lot of comments on this story as well.
Oh wow, they made yeast from him. He was frozen in ice. Where's my interview? That happens to lots of people.
I was also frozen in ice for 5,300 years. You don't see me having an article. I make sourdough all the time from the yeast on my body. What about that? Number one comment, of course, is just why, which is like every news story. There's someone being like, "Why is this news?" I'm so mad.
I think it's fair to ask why they did do this to some extent, but yes, not why is this news, but why this happened?
Why was this done? A lot of people saying gross.
Sure.
Somebody saying, "What about oatsy beer?" I'd give that a try.
Go off, Alan Clark.
Yeah.
Alan Clark likes to party.
Full government name. Love it. Yeah, I don't know. I think this is kind of neat.
Yeah,
I enjoy it.
I'm not eating it, but I'm glad they did, but they're allowed, I guess.
Glad it's
They're
out
allowed.
there. Glad to know it's an option for me.
I wouldn't say I'm glad.
Yeah. I'd say I'm neutral on this. Neutral.
Kind of a, would you look at that type of situation?
Takes all kinds.
Takes all kinds.
That's what you say.
Well,
God bless them.
Number 2?
Duck. Number 2. Number 2, this comes to us once again from baseball's oldest virgin. So much time to find us stories because he's not, haunted by the evil of sexual relations. Just dialed the fuck in on news. And this is a story about, we've got I feel like we've done a variety of sort of, we've kind of backed into an animal smuggling beat. Those just tend to be stories that pop up for us. And this is one. This man is large and in charge in that business, specifically in the insect world. This is a man that they're referring to as the Australian cockroach kingpin. So, probably not the sexiest of crime bosses. Probably not as much mystique as others.
Is this just Vincent D'Onofrio and Men in Black?
Yeah, that's what I was going to say.
Yeah.
I'm hoping for a huge bug that's the head of a crime organization. That's what I was.
And he's in like a
That's
big
what I would
trench
like
coat.
Yeah. He's so mad at Daredevil all the time. He's, becoming
head
there.
of
And
an outfit. The outfit.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Ruling
Hate
the
to
city
be
with an iron leg.
Hate to be the henchman of the cockroach kingpin. That's got to be a tough boss. It's not going to be great.
Yeah. What would
You
naturally
can't
be
take
the
him
He's
out.
probably
You can't put out a hit on him.
stinky. Yeah, hard to kill.
Yeah.
You just have to
Very
give him
hard
the
to
weird
kill.
genetic altering stuff that's in my apartment, and so he can't pass on his fortunes. So his henchmen can take over.
Yeah, one of the few crime syndicates that couldn't be taken out by a nuclear bomb. Still, we nuked his headquarters. No dice.
Yeah.
He is fine. We should have thought about this and probably read about cockroaches a bit before we took
Should
such
have bug
drastic
bombed
action.
and not bombed.
Yeah, we should have just made all of his kids horribly deformed so that he
Right.
got bummed out.
That's what I'm saying. Make him sad.
So this is it's from Wellington, New Zealand, and this is more than 100,000 live cockroaches that they're illegal to keep. These, I don't know if that's cockroaches in general or that's this specific cockroach.
It might, in New Zealand, they might be like, you can't have those here because we don't have them. So you just get them out of here. We don't want them here.
I feel like
yeah.
anything that their main way of being around is infesting, probably not on an island. You probably don't want them being introduced to a new environment.
Yeah. Anything that can grow into an infestation, just avoided. These are apparently the types of cockroach he's dealing in, he's trafficking in, are Madagascar hissing cockroaches. Don't sound great.
Oh, those are the big ones.
Yeah.
Yeah, they're huge.
And dubia cockroaches. I don't know what those are at all. Madagascar hissing cockroaches, definitely I've heard before. Dubia, brand new to me.
Stick to podcasts.
Like the Homer scream sounds like you hit the soundboard by accident and then reacted with the Homer scream.
I've put a hissing cockroach in the chat for you all to enjoy.
Oh, nice.
So what is the why? Who is buying these and for what purpose? I guess is my
People
question.
who really need to be different have them as pets.
Mm-hmm. Is that it?
I think so.
Well, the reason here, and this is gross, so I apologize, is they interviewed a Bathurst snake catcher. I don't really know why they're a snake catcher feels like you're like, yeah, you also have like a weird animal, gross sort of thing. Stephanie Lesser, this snake catcher, said to the Australian Broadcasting Corporation that it's often that they're sold as cost-effective reptile food because their large size meant fewer insects were needed. So they're just not as many cockroaches, just big meals. In case your pet is
like
intermittent
a steakhouse
fasting.
burger versus a smash burger, you know?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, it's like a
Big
hoagie.
thick one. Yeah.
Yeah.
It's getting a roll or a hoagie at the bodega.
Yeah, sliders versus a big boy, a full Red Robin situation. So that is so gross and also seems so wildly unnecessary for a business to emerge around it. I mean, just feed more cockroaches, I guess. That's the contract you signed when you had an animal that lives off bugs, is you got to have a box of bugs now. So
Yeah.
I don't know. Sorry that it's gross, but that's what you did. You
kind
did
of your
that.
choice.
So,
Yeah.
yeah. And
So
so
they
both
caught
these
him?
types of I believe so. Both these types are illegal to they can't be there in any, doesn't matter how they got there. They're illegal to import. They can't be legally kept. They can't be bred. They can't be sold. So there's no way out.
Yeah, this isn't like a marijuana thing where it's like, these are illegal to sell, but they're not illegal to have. So
Yeah.
it's like, nope,
If you got
criminalized top to bottom.
cockroach jail right away. So
Yeah, they do the 1984 thing to you if you get caught with this. They just cover you with bugs.
yeah. Give you a, smoke the whole pack situation.
Yeah.
Weirdly, they say that a spokesperson said that charges weren't laid, which I guess is they didn't charge the guy with anything. I don't know. It seems like you caught him dead to rights. I think you could.
We're not
free to
charging you.
prosecute
We're
him.
just calling you the cockroach kingpin in the media
Yeah.
to fuck up your
The
life.
social damage we do to you will really motivate you to stop.
They're hitting him with a knock it off order, and they're
Yeah.
going to see what that does, I guess.
And don't
Your
worry,
Honor,
the cockroaches.
quit it.
Don't worry, the cockroaches that they've seized will be euthanized. They say, I guess, by putting in a big barrel and stomping around. That's one way
Right.
to do that.
Yep.
That's what I call it
Yeah.
too. When I smash them with a paperback,
Smushing them.
euthanized.
Yeah. Yeah,
Cop-
getting hit with a
they
piece of
say
an
that-
Amazon box. the euthanization.
Authorities say the cockroaches will be, quote, compromised to a permanent end.
That's right.
Yes. Squashed. They're gonna go, but they're calling the guy with the biggest boots they know to come euthanize all these cockroaches.
It's coming in.
So yeah, apparently this guy I would assume he made money off of this. Otherwise, why the fuck would he be doing this? So I guess he just gets to keep. They seize. This is 200,000. So the cockroach haul was worth $142,000.
Unboxing my cockroach haul.
Yeah, exactly. Cockroach Hall. Worst YouTube video. They're calling it the worst YouTube video of all time.
Yeah. It's still just from Shine. It's still from Shein. However you say that. I don't think there
think
is a
it's
way to
Shein.
say that word.
Yeah, I don't know if it shouldn't be spoken aloud, quite frankly.
Yeah. It's like Why Jessica. It's like, no, what do you mean that's the wrong way to say it? This is an invented hash of letters. It means
Yeah.
nothing. So, yeah. I mean, euthanize, maybe feed them to a real big snake. They got those down there for sure.
Yeah, I was reading about, I didn't realize it was like as much of a problem as it is, but apparently like in Florida, the Everglades are like infested with boa constrictors. They're like, they don't know how many there are, but they think there are like thousands because of pets that got out and then bred. And it's like the perfect environment for them. And they're just going hog wild on all the stuff to eat in the Everglades.
Yeah. Got to put a bunch of lazy boys out there. That's how you get them. Trap them.
Trap them.
Crawl right in.
Boom.
Should we do number one?
Yeah,
Let's do it.
And this week's number one reason to say what a time to be alive.
Number one this week. Speaking of the old internet, I can't believe you're making me say this. This comes to us from Penguin of Doom Sim in the Discord. Real nasty bit of internet history. Not
dark
like
time.
just brandishes spork, just real dark shit, like proto Reddit bullshit. Really awful. But this is a story. This is close to home for us, beneath home for us, actually, and this kind of forced me to read about it because this has been a news story. I don't know about you guys where I've just been like, no, thank you. I don't want to know what's going on here. This is a story in New York that people have been been cited, various men climbing into manholes. As for what purpose this is serving, unknown at this moment.
For unclear ends. Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
Well, without knowing more, I think they should stop. I think they should stop it.
I love you playing the Law and Order soundtrack, that's the Law and Order hit, because I do feel like this would make a really good Law and Order episode if they were still making Law and Order that wasn't just about sex crimes. Which it's really funny that that's the only one left, because they still do try to do like topical stories, but then they'll just add a sex crime part. Like something that wasn't originally a sex crime and is just in the news. They're like, but what if a woman got hurt? Now we can talk about it.
Incredibly load-bearing disclaimer on all the Law and Order episodes where they're like, this isn't about anyone real. It's just a story about a guy named Belliot Spitzer. It's like, this is so like beat to beat exactly what happened.
But it's also like extra crazy when it's like clearly based on a person who in real life did not commit a sex crime, but then in the show they have to like make the show about a sex crime. So they're like, well, in this version he did. So cool.
Do something that upsets Ice-T and is described very specifically by him.
Anyway,
so
these guys are going in the manhole.
They've got videos of them going in here.
And coming out too, I think, right? I feel like there's been both. Yeah.
Coming out and like running away.
Which is what you do, I guess. I got a picture here. The guys in the picture, because this is like, this isn't just rumor. These are on video. These guys are dressed as, I would say, minions. They're in full minion outfits.
It's like a combination of minions, and like one of them looks like he's in like a 1920s diver suit. Like he has like a full hooded, It's
they got like overalls. They got like a mole man getup, which is obviously immediately you're in the world of mole men when you start talking about people living in the New York sewers.
Sure. I mean, that is, if I had to go in the sewer, I'd feel like that is how I would dress. They seem equipped for where they're going.
Waiters, you don't want to get your jeans soaked in the piss and shit of a huge metropolis in the world. Yeah. Our fair city's shit and piss has gone soaked into jeans too long. So yeah, they're going down there. I mean, I think they don't know why. Like one guess, I think people are like, it's people just like, it's like the new subway surfing or something. But
I think like this article really sums it up. Like, we don't know what they're doing, but a witness told NBC News, quote, "I knew they were up to no good."
Get them out of here.
Yeah.
That's what, we don't know what specifically they were up to, but we can assume it's no good, whatever it is.
Like, what is the most innocuous explanation for this? They're filming videos down there.
They
like
live down there,
exploring videos.
I heard one theory that they're like looking for like jewelry and stuff. They're looking for like valuable stuff that got flushed down there. That's like one theory I heard.
This feels like a real. There's no other way to. There's no other.
It's a real needle in a haystack situation. You find one engagement ring.
Maybe go back to the drawing board on your schemes and come up with a new scheme. Perhaps.
That's like
it's like I would much rather work an actual job than sift through shit and piss looking for my payout.
It's like the guy, have you seen, there's like a video on him there's this guy who in like the Diamond District, he like goes in with like a little, putty knife and just scrapes up the shit that's in between the squares on the sidewalk.
Yeah, it's like he's panning for gold, but with diamond shards.
And then they're interviewing him and he's like, so, juiced that he thought of it. And it's like, yeah, man, what a hack. What a hack. Digging up this stuff like every day's hot New York gunk.
Hey man, how much have you made so far? Oh, well, none, but just think though, it might pay off.
I can't believe
gunk,
no one else
I'll
is
tell
doing
you that.
it.
I'm the gunk kingpin of New York. You want gunk? I got gunk. I got gunk for days.
I also like this. So this is one of the guys that filmed it and, said like, hey, there's some guys going into the sewer outside. And this is the cop's instructions to him. The cop was like, don't act like Batman. You're not Batman. Just call the cops. I guess this is a problem they have where people think they're Batman or they start doing Batman shit. I am absolutely not doing Batman shit.
A lot of people do think they're Batman, unfortunately.
Yeah. Guardian Angels. Rachel, Commissioner. There's people in the sewers. the city is sick. Yeah, so they've noticed these like in Brooklyn, also in Astoria. They're there. This is a fun sentence as well. Unauthorized entry into the sewers is a potential crime, which sounds like they're working on it right now. They're like, we got to make this illegal.
Yeah.
yeah.
We forgot to make that one illegal because we just assumed it wouldn't be an issue.
And then here's some of the threats that they give out for if you're climbing into the sewer. They say you could be electrocuted. There's gas lines down there. There's electrical lines down there. And then they also just say they could be overcome, which I don't know what that means.
by the
Lost
smell.
in a tidal wave of shit and piss, I think.
I think it's just like you pass out because it smells so bad. I think that's probably what it is.
Yeah.
It could
The
affect like
vapors.
oxygen levels if it's, stinky enough. I feel like it could be a problem.
Yeah. There could be big lizards down there. Some kind of creature.
I didn't realize, because there's always stories, and there was like a documentary about it, about people who live in like the old subway stations and stuff, like that people live underground. I knew that was a thing. I didn't realize how many people it is. It's like a lot. It's like they estimate like thousands of people are living in like out of the way, out of commission. And you wouldn't be able, unless you like know where to go, you wouldn't find them. And they're like
they usually
settlements of like 100 people.
We may have watched the same thing because they interview the people live in like old shut down stations and stuff. And a lot of times, at least the one I watch, like they catch them kind of going into the subways, but then they'll never like take them where they are. They'll be like, they interview them like outside, and the guy's like, I'm not showing you where it is. Like, I'm not bringing you past the gates, but we're in there. So I can't imagine the sewers. Maybe it's just overcrowded.
No, definitely not
the
the
sewers does not seem great. Yeah.
Yeah, I just I didn't realize how like, not that it's common, but that like it is it's like a larger number of people than you would expect. I would have guessed like maybe 500 people in the city are doing that. It's like, no. There's a lot. They think there's a lot.
Yeah.
Which
they're buying the
it's kind
sewers
of cool
up.
if you can like, keep up a community of people doing that and like defend it from discovery and have your little gang down there.
Yeah.
It's kind of neat.
Probably bad cell service. Actually, probably a huge boon for them when the
No
city
phones,
were to get
just
cell
living in the
service in the
moment.
subways.
Yeah.
Finally, they can subway surf literally as well. So people are going down there. I feel like they are treating it a little like they're really acting like these people are. I think if you actually stopped one of them or whatever, they'd probably be like, it wouldn't be that crazy. The level to which people are like, do not go anywhere near them. Do not it's like,
do not approach.
It's probably just weirdos. Yeah. I don't think it's going to be that crazy. But hey, they're prying up those manholes.
Do not follow them.
I mean, I just, aside from it being dangerous, it's just like, man, if you ever see them like digging up the street to like do work or whatever, there's a lot of just stuff down there, and it's not like protected from, if you wanted to futz with a bunch of stuff down there, you could. So like, come on.
If you like really wanted to get electrocuted, it like wouldn't be hard.
It's none of my, what's going on down there is for the guys that work down there. It's none of my business. Let's all just agree to not dig around down there. That's kind of where I'm at.
It's cool when they're digging something up and you see like old stuff though. Like when it's like, oh shit, there's like really old cobblestones under this street or something.
Yeah, they're pulling
like
up
that.
Otzi.
Like that's so neat. They're pulling up an Otzi.
Otzi the sewer man. They're gonna make bread out of him.
Well, yeah, this is unsettling. Hopefully we get to the bottom of this, but
I plan to forget about it as soon as possible and just sort of not really.
Not concern myself with it.
What am I going to do about it? What am I going to do about it? Right? What's the?
Don't be Batman, Patty. Don't be Batman.
It's like these. It's like the stories about like there's some current in the Atlantic Ocean is collapsing. It's like, all right, you know what I mean? Like sounds bad.
Yeah. As far as these guys go, I am prepared to let that be their world. You got it.
I'm curious. I want to know what's up, but I appreciate you guys just being like, no thanks.
Look, if I happen to see a headline later, that's fine. I'll, but I'm not digging around for more.
I'm not looking into this.
Yeah. I don't want to be perceived as a threat to whatever's building down there, whatever revolution is happening. I wasn't part of trying to shut you guys down. You can live in the poop sewer. It's okay with me.
Not the poop sewer, famously.
Yeah. Just don't come up out of my toilet or nothing.
Yeah, please don't be doing that.
I better not look in my toilet and see an eye looking up. Then we got a problem.
Then we got issues.
Nope. Hey.
That's conjunctivitis.
That's mine.
Yeah.
I pay rent for that.
That's true.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Should we do plugs?
Plugs.
Like and subscribe.
Y'all ready for this? Find our Patreon bonus episodes, merch, Discord, and more at whatatimepod.com. And follow us on Twitter, TikTok, YouTube, and Instagram at whatatimepod. Check out Kath's other podcast, Lie, Cheat, and Steal, about liars, frauds, thieves, and bullshitters. Theme song by Naughty Professor. Thanks for listening, and best of luck.
I'm going to be in Austin in a little under 3 weeks, 2.5 weeks, I suppose. Doing some Master Pancake shows. I think it's like December, June 24th through 28th or something like that. So, yeah, keep an eye on that. Master Pancake tickets. We're doing Midsummer, Silence of the Lambs, and a Choose Your Own. So it should be fun.
I've got, if you want to come if you're in New York, and this Friday, I believe, June 12th at 9:30 p.m., I'm doing Arguments and Grievances, which is a comedic debate show. I will be debating friend of the pod, Dave Ross, anxiety versus depression. And we both are fairly familiar. So you can come to that if you at Caveat.
Debate of the century.
Mm-hmm.
Can't think of two guys more qualified. You guys are going to get to the bottom of it.
Yeah, we're going to stop taking our meds 2 days early so that you can just watch us have brain zaps for an hour.
You got anything, Patty?
I got nothing. I will say that we are whatatimepod.bsky.social on Blue Sky more than we are on Twitter, but we have not changed that. It's fine. Whatever.
That is correct. All right.
True.
Bye, everyone. We'll see you next week. Unless you're a Patreon member, and then we'll see you in a minute or whatever you listen to bonus.
At your house.
Yep.
Yeah.
Or outside the window. Turn your head.
Knock, knock.
Tap, tap.
Bye-bye.
Bye.